Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Himes, and this week we're talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Dane Phillips, and women's basketball coach, Latricia Trammell.
This week's superstar is Dane Phillips, the junior from Nacogdoches, Texas, went 7 for 8 in 2 games against Oklahoma Christian and was named the Sooner Athletic Conference Player of the Week. Phillips leads the 33-7 Stars with a .444 batting average, 54 RBIs, and 34 extra base hits. That's a lot of numbers there.
Yep.
You've been pretty busy this season.
Oh, I have been. You know, it's been a pretty good year for me so far, but I'm more happy with how the team has played. You know, we have played well on offense, on defense, and our record reflects that. I'm really proud of where we're at right now.
And then against Oklahoma Christian, you had 3 doubles, a home run, and 5 RBIs. Talk about that performance.
You know, as a baseball player, you always have one of those games where you look back and say, I didn't do anything wrong, and that was one of those days. And you know, the best part about that day, though, if I remember correctly, we only gave up 2 runs. We scored, I think, 13. You know, as a team, we just had a great game, and I was really proud of how we played that day.
And you're now a 2-time SAC Player of the Week. You know, talk about that kind of honor.
You know, that's a great honor. You know, it's just getting it once is great, and I just can't explain, you know, how good that makes me feel to know that I played that well 2 weeks out of the year. And the thing that is really great about this program is I think there's been there's been at least 5 or 6 awards of SAC Players of the Week on this team alone this season. So it's not just me, it's the rest of the team too that's played well. So that's awesome.
You keep saying that, you know, it's the rest of the team, it's not just me. Talk about, I guess, your expectations for this team.
Well, obviously I expect this team to win the conference tournament. I expect us to win the conference regular season, and then, you know, we have high expectations. We expect to win a national championship this year. We have the talent, you know, we have the team to do it. We just have to go do it now, and I think we definitely can.
And, you know, whenever you step up to the plate, you kind of take a few seconds and back off. You know, why do you do that? What's going on through your head then?
I just try to calm myself down. Sometimes I get a little hyped up, you know, say I'm feeling a little nervous that day, or, you know, need to focus in a little bit more. That's just my time that I just use to, you know, try to lock in, focus, and help my team as best I can that at bat.
Favorite athlete?
Which sport?
Baseball.
Baseball. I mean, there's so many.
Baseball.
Baseball. I'd say Joe Mauer is my favorite. Just the way he plays the game. I like the fact that he's a team player. He's not all about himself, and I just like the way that, you know, he catches and plays. I really respect him.
I made you pick baseball, but is he your favorite all-time athlete over all the sports?
You know, I'd say over all the sports, one of the athletes are not necessarily because he's a team player, but just the sheer competitiveness was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He's one of the most competitive athletes to ever play sports. And, you know, just talent-wise, you have, you know, like Wayne Gretzky, like that. His athletic abilities are just uncanny.
Right.
And those are just 3 examples. There's many more, but those are 3 just great athletes that I admire a lot.
Definitely. And you're coming from OSU. Speaking of great athletes, had a good football season this year. But why did you transfer to OCU?
I transferred to OCU. I was at Arkansas this fall, and I transferred to OCU because I wanted to come be a part of a team that has a chance of winning a national championship. And I'd heard so many great things about the coaching staff, the program, the school. You know, it was really just the prestige of the program that got me here more than anything. So I'm just glad to be here and glad to be helping the team win.
And what's your major here?
My major here, it's kind of a mixed bag. I have a civil engineering degree plan, but I'm also getting business classes out of the way. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of minor in business while pursuing the engineering side of things. So it's good for me. It's been a great fit.
So what do you want to do?
What I want to do? I want to play baseball.
You want to play baseball? Well, that's a good answer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And can you tell us something about yourself that people don't necessarily know?
Something about myself. I love reading.
Reading?
It's weird. Not many people my age really like reading much, but I love reading in my spare time. And, you know, To me, a great time is just sitting outside when it's nice and warm and reading a book. I don't know, I'm weird, but
have you read The Hunger Games?
I have read The Hunger Games.
Oh, I love them.
My sister actually got me hooked on those things.
I know. I read them in like 3 days. All of them.
Yeah, you can't stop reading them.
And you have withdrawals when you're finished.
Exactly.
With them.
And it's like while you're reading them, you can't do anything else.
No, definitely not. All right, well, you can catch our very super smart baseball player who loves to read and the rest of the Stars at home Tuesday, April 24th versus East Central at 7 p.m.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we've got new women's basketball coach Latricia Trammell. She comes to the Stars after having previously served as an assistant coach from 2005 to 2007. And Coach, look back on that experience. What was that like, and what drew you back here to OCU?
Well, I had a great experience, and I've kept up with OCU since the past 5 years that I've been gone, and I just love it. It's a family atmosphere, and it was, at the blue and white luncheon today, getting to see a lot of familiar faces. I remember just coming back home, and so I had a great experience, like you said, in 2005, 2007, and I just want to be a part of the OCU family again, and I want to thank Jim Abbott for bringing me back home.
You spent the last 5 years at Western State in Gunnison, Colorado, able to lead that program to several landmark wins. What was that experience like, and how do you feel like it prepares you for OCU?
Well, it was an incredible experience. I mean, I absolutely loved it there. Had a great athletic director, and I'm going to miss the student athletes that I've had the privilege to coach, but it made me better. And it's a place that you have to work extremely hard, like anywhere, but just that head coaching experience and getting the ins and outs of coaching and every aspect of the game, and bringing back a lot more experience and enthusiasm and passion for what I do.
What is your coaching philosophy, and how was that shaped? Who influenced you along the way?
Well, I have a lot of influences, and it's kind of funny because most of them are from the state of Oklahoma. This is where I was raised and played high school and in college. And so I have a lot of people that I admire and consider mentors. Philosophy-wise, I probably like most and where it fits in the OCU athletic world is I like to push the ball and get after it on defense and instill discipline and the competitive spirit, and obviously have a lot of fun in doing it. So anyway, I'm just glad to be back.
What do you look for in a prospective student athlete for your team?
Well, one, that's something that the community can be proud of, the campus community can be proud of, that is academically, it's important to them, and just produce a good student athlete, that wants to get on the floor and dive for loose balls and do those little things that make the big things happen, and that wants to give back to the community. And that's something that I instilled a program there at Western. They're going to be required to do community service hours. And so hopefully we can be seen more in our community, and hopefully people will give back by being in those stands, cheering on our team.
You talked about growing up here in Oklahoma. You played high school and college here.
Yes.
What were those experiences like, and how did they lead you into your coaching field today?
Well, I think I'm really going to go back to family. I have 3 older brothers, and 2 of them played college basketball. I have a family of educators, and I think I just walked in their footsteps. I don't know if I had a choice of being anything else, but sometimes you kind of you go back and forth of trying to decide what you want to do in your life, after you graduate. And I always knew I want to be a teacher of the game and also a student of the game. And for the past 18 years, that's what I have done. And I still feel as passionate about it as when I started 18 years ago.
What do you feel like makes OCU unique?
I think the championships, obviously, and just the rich powerhouse and the rich tradition that all athletic programs have here. And I guess I'm wanting to do the same thing. And so I'm just excited about being here, and I want to cut down a net as well.
All right, we've been talking to new OCU basketball coach Latricia Trammell. Of course, she'll get the Stars in action next season. You can keep up with all of that on OCUsports.com. That's it for this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. Check back every week for all the latest in OCU sports.